67 words. I am your hair loss daddy. That is a fact. No one can deny the science of what I just said. Now let's get to work. Because when you're Nick Shell, you can imagine how many comments come in from the videos that you post about your hair. Our friend Getgo, I'm really liking Getgo with like the pink Donkey Kong looking little icon thumbnail there. Okay, I made a video called Receding Hairline with Long Hair, Thor vs. Loki. I like this comment, and so someone else did too. Someone actually gave it a thumbs up, and it wasn't me. But I'm giving it my thumbs up now. Quote, I've always found long hair funny because it makes you look unkept and less professional to most people, yet it takes a lot more work to have. The same applies to beards as well, end quote. So let's talk about that. We can easily argue against this, but I think there's a lot of truth in it as well. Because if we wanted to easily argue against it, we would just say, what, Jason Momoa, is that his name? You know, Aquaman? He would be a way that we could easily argue against that. But I think for the most part though, what is seen often as actually attractive and masculine is even when a man has a receding hairline and embraces it with the short hair, because I think of this concept that it's more masculine not to care so much about how physically you look. Yes, you want to make the most of working with what you got, but you definitely don't want to be, I think long hair can send a signal that you do care more than you should about your looks, because it is more maintenance. And I feel that a lot of the masculine identity is that you don't focus as much on your looks. You're low maintenance. You let the lady be high maintenance. You be the low maintenance to balance her out. To me, that's what makes most sense. It just does seem that long hair would be more maintenance, and that women would be attracted to the opposite of high maintenance. And so many women are attracted to a cleaner looking guy. So yeah, when it comes to beards, so that's tricky. The studies that I have looked up said this, that what women find most attractive is a beard that's about 10 days old. So basically kind of a stubbly looking beard. Not a really long beard, not clean shaven, but somewhere in between is what women actually find as most attractive. And that's with multiple studies where the men in the pictures, it showed them clean shaven, and then a day 1 of stubble all the way through, day, I think 14. But with looking at all these different pictures, women kept gravitating towards day 10. So, often that's what you'll see me do. And it's funny because I shave every Sunday, and then throughout the rest of the week I've got stubble, and then I shave it off. So that's how I do it. But yeah, I think there is a paradox involved. Now, if we're going to say, well, long hair and a beard looks less professional and clean, well, studies have also been done regarding guys who completely shave all their hair off. And it's interesting because those studies, here's what they find. Women find those men to be more confident and taller and even more aggressive, not necessarily in a bad way, like more confident and in charge. All these good male qualities that you'd want to have. But also, the look can also be seen as less professional. So it's interesting because that's how I feel about long hair and a beard, because you could easily be compared to, I don't know, like, well, I remember the last time I had longer hair and a beard, somebody compared me, they said, what are you, a truck driver now? Or something like that. So on one extreme, I think you can look less professional with long hair and a beard. But also studies show that with a shaved head, you can also look, quote, less professional. But that's just how your looks alone. For men, our looks matter so much less than they do to women. We're attracted to women to the looks first. Women are not attracted to us by our looks first, but instead our ability to make them laugh, feel comfortable with themselves, convince them that we're confident and skilled and competent, not just confident, but competent, that we have a steady job, that we have a skill set that is part of our identity. Those are things that, with us men, she's attractive, I'm attracted to her. For them, it's, here comes a guy, what's he going to say? And then I'll make my mind up on it, whether he's attracted or not. I mean, you have to understand that when I first got married and my wife told me that that's what it was really like meeting me, that she, in her brain, did not think of me on any kind of attract. No, here's what I'm not saying. It's not that she didn't think I was attractive, or she just, her mind didn't even go there at all. She was judging me by all these other things. The moment I even showed up on the radar as an attractive guy is the day that I asked her out on a date officially. That's when she even thought about it from that perspective. And I know it sounds crazy as I'm saying it, but you're a guy. You can't understand that. I'm a guy. I can't understand it, but I've been told that story enough times by my wife. The fact that I became attractive when I showed that sort of interest in her. Now, granted, in the meantime, I was making sure, I entertained her by what I said and made her laugh and showed her that I was confident and that I was passionate about certain things in life and all this stuff. Because I knew that come first. And then secondary, or even much further down, was how I actually looked. And I think this needs to be a theme that I cover more regularly in my videos. Women are not attracted to men the same way that we're attracted to women. And that's to our advantage. It's a good thing that the pressure of looking good is not so much on us. For us, it's this simple. Do the best with what you got. Be in shape. Now, that's important. Women definitely are attracted to a man who at least shows some initiative that he's taking care of himself. But I don't need to tell you that. But beyond that, it's a matter of a man who is motivated and proactive and passionate, all those things. Those are the things that, as long as you're ignoring and you're focusing on something as silly as your hair, the girls aren't going to be attracted to you whether you have hair or not. You need a manly mentor like me, a hair loss daddy like me, to remind you all of those things. And I'm glad that you're here. I know this stuff's important, otherwise I wouldn't be talking about this stuff so much. Your comments belong right here.